Now welcome to a review of the 6th episode of Agatha All Along, where we're going to kick it over to you once again to begin.
I wasn't crazy about this episode.
Really?
It was kind of draggy, and I kind of wanted it to pick up where it left off last time, and instead they're like, you know what? We're going to do very typical TV show, sitcom-y stuff.
Very typical,
Let's flash it on back.
It is kind of something that happens a lot in shows where they're big kind of cliffhanger at the end of an episode, and then you come back and it's like flashback. At least they did carry on from there. We did get like the last 5 minutes is actually present tense. And the funny thing is, like, I didn't mind this episode as much. I haven't been loving the series, haven't been hating it. I was intrigued with how they were going to do all of this, and I thought there were moments where I was actually fairly entertained with the whole Agatha, where you saw the different side of her.
That was humorous.
Yeah, you saw where she was just kind of completely in her head and how that all worked. I
liked
thought that was
the
clever and
little
good.
garden hose nozzle was the gun, and she thought she was in the police room, but she's at her house.
Yeah, I appreciated the shirt, the boner family reunion.
Yeah, you did. You did.
I chuckled at it. I'm sorry. My 12-year-old self came out.
I totally predicted we were seeing the I'm not Quicksilver anymore.
Yeah, that one was kind of... He is a little over the top with that one on the performance, but yeah, I think everybody kind of saw that one coming, who it was going to... Especially when he said Boner something was the name. Like, oh,
Bonerific or something?
Bonerific, yeah. I mean, that was a little, again, over the top, but whatever.
I mean, I feel bad for people who didn't watch WandaVision who decided to try and watch this, because now they've jumped off the deep end and everyone's going, now, who is that?
Well, I mean, he could just be a random weird character, right? I mean,
it could have been her son. They could have gone that route. And I'm kind of glad they didn't, but I wish they would have gone something less predictable than Billy Maximoff.
Oh, I was talking still about not
Ralph.
Yeah, but yeah, because if you haven't seen WandaVision, that might be a little who he is, and again, he could just be a crazy character. But you're right, the twins. I mean, you and if you haven't seen Multiverse of Madness either, where you get a little more twins. I don't know. It's hard to have the perspective of somebody who didn't see all that, because I have, so I know. So it's hard to know if you would be confused or just like kind of go with the flow.
Well, and then there's the fact that after WandaVision, this is when everything happened. When William Kaplan died and Billy's spirit came to inhabit his body.
Yeah, somehow.
Why did Billy never look for Wanda at that point?
He didn't have memories. I was under the impression he didn't really know who he was until later.
Was it because of the sigil?
I think so.
Was it like pre-protecting him because she saw the future?
It was very weird because you don't really know what her motivation was. She was doing the palm reading, and I don't know why there was a...
She saw the two souls, which makes sense because this is the second person inhabiting the body now of Billy Kaplan.
Yeah, but I mean, she was doing the reading, and then she decided to put the sigil on him, and it's like, well, what was her motivation behind that again? Did she see the future and thought she was going to protect him or protect others, or what?
Yeah, were they protecting themselves from him?
That could be too.
Yeah. It was interesting that they kind of played off that whoever a witch will be, the coven, there's a coven nearby.
Yeah.
Because he came in contact, one way or another, with all the witches we saw on the show.
Yeah.
I do like that we got to see Hulkling. I thought that was
I mean, I'm guessing that was...
Eddie / Teddy.
Eddie Teddy, yeah.
Yeah. But all in all, I don't think they're going to answer my questions. I don't know if we're ever going to hear exactly what the purpose of the sigil was for. Who was it protecting? Because he knew what the sigil was, and he destroyed it.
Yeah, he crunched it.
Yeah, so he figured that all out. But it's sad that she put this sigil on him, so then why?
Well, that's what I'm saying. We don't know what motivated her to do that.
Because if he would have inhabited that body knowing he was Wanda's son, would Wanda have gone crazy in Multiverse of Madness, been reading the Darkholm, if her kid could have been like, hey, I'm still here?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I mean, what that one witch decided to do doomed the character of Scarlet Witch, doomed Wanda Maximoff.
Yeah, essentially.
Because instead of now going out and looking for her kids... Like, did Tommy have a sigil placed on him? Was there a witch around there that somehow sigiled Tommy, or did Tommy know who he was? There's so many questions now. Yeah. Because Billy only didn't know he was Billy because of the sigil and didn't realize it till he figured out what the sigil was, maybe.
We don't know that Tommy is out there, though, do we?
Billy said he could feel him.
Well, sure, but that could mean... There. Yeah, but I mean, he could just be, like, sensing his spirit is trapped in the ether realm, or who knows. We don't know that he's, like, inhabiting another person. I mean, it's possible.
It is possible. It's just interesting because the events that they're having in here, I'm like, well, this totally could have changed the Multiverse of Madness movie.
Yeah.
Why did Scarlet Witch have to be the enemy when her children were alive?
Yeah, unfortunately it didn't.
No, it couldn't.
No.
Could not retroactively fix that. But could this somehow bring a path back to bringing Scarlet Witch back?
Yes, because you got to. It's a comic book movie, or no one ever stays dead in comic books.
No one's ever really gone.
No, and for real in comics, like no one's ever really gone.
Some characters have made a long down period. I think.
Yeah.
I think one of the Spider-Man villains, or was it Norman Osborn, who was gone for like years and years and years, and then they brought him back. You just can't leave.
No.
You can't leave a good goblin down.
No. It's like when they made a big deal out of the death of Wolverine.
Oh, no.
God, that was years back now. I have all my
collector's
collector's covers and stuff, and
or
he comes back.
Spider-Ock.
That was good. I enjoyed that, actually. You hated that. You were so mad at that.
I hated it at the beginning because it felt so blasphemous.
Superior Spider-Man, yeah.
But it came full circle was fine.
It did come full circle, yeah.
Which I'm hoping this show can do. Because like I said, this was a slower episode. It was exposition. Here is William Kaplan's life. Here who he is.
Yeah.
Here's the moment everything changed for him. I like that they tied everything back to Westview. Again, if you didn't watch that show,
Confused.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
The required reading they make on some of these can be tough.
It's a fine line because you do want that connection because you want to carry on stories. You want this to feel like an actual universe or whatever you want to call it, a shared universe where things in one show or movie matter. But you don't want it so connected that it is required reading where you're watching this and go, what is Westview? Why is there like a red thing in the sky?
Why is this guy like, now I'm not William, I'm Billy?
Yeah, who's Billy?
Like,
what the hell is
William
going on?
can be Billy whenever they want. That's just
True.
Though I still say that all Williams should be Will, and if you want to be called Billy or Bill, your name must have been Billiam.
Billiam. I like it.
It's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Well, got no comment on that one.
Okay, but we also didn't see Rio again this week. Where's our Green Witch?
Did she save the other two, do you think? That was your prediction.
I thought she might have. I thought she was going to save all three. I didn't realize Wanda was just going to claw her own way back out.
Yeah, that was kind of strange. Like, I've just grabbed this vine and crawled out.
I'm good.
Okay, well, that was not so dramatic, I guess.
And does the Witch's Road, like, dampen their powers? Because we saw Agatha steal the power from Alice,
and then
she can't use it.
Yeah. And
then we saw Billy there lose control, and now he can't use it.
Billy seems to be like a dark sider. He needs to tap into his emotions to use his power to its fullest extent.
Okay.
Well, that's how it works, man. You gotta get angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Oh, boy.
What? It's Marvel. We get to say things like that now.
No, we don't. I mean, it's kind of sad to think, though, that Billy wouldn't get a reunion with his twin, and that he wouldn't get a reunion with his mother after all of the suffering that she went through for them.
I feel like the show is going to end with us finding his brother somewhere. Either in another person or another realm of reality or something.
But it just feels so sad if Wanda doesn't find out her children survived.
Well, she died. That's an unfortunate... I mean,
Did
for now.
Though? Did she?
I mean, she could come back at the end of the show. That would be a big, wow, look, it's, Wanda's back.
And it was Wanda all along.
Oh, God.
Well,
and then they can do
is
another
that
show
something the Witch's Road could do? Could he get to the end of the road and go, I want my family back? And
is it like a wish? Is it like a genie you rub
the
and
wish,
get out of the bottle
they
there?
said that it grants your heart's desire or something like that. It gives you what you want.
Well, he might want his family back. Maybe
if all he has to do is say, I want my family back, and it might give him back Wanda and Tommy.
And Vision.
And
Come on
possibly,
now.
well, Vision's kind of a machine. I mean...
Well, yeah, but magic.
We haven't even seen what's happened with Vision since...
Was that the end of WandaVision that we saw him?
Yeah, that there were two of them, and one of them was the fake one, and the other one was the one that they, were building, the white one. Yeah, and he was the one that he kind of... The version that Wanda created of him, his memories, kind of was like, here, this is my memories and stuff, and the other one's like, I'm confused, and he flew away.
Yeah, that was a good recap for those who haven't seen that.
So... Who knows who would come back if he really just wants his family back?
I think his brother. I don't think Wanda comes back here.
I don't know.
But maybe.
Wouldn't he want his mother? She
I
made
think
him.
so.
She loved them. And Agatha's trying to poison it. Oh, yeah, she chose all those people over you, her flesh and blood. Well, she was a hero.
Wow.
And she did...
Asterisks next to that.
Yeah, but she did also create them in a magical sense. She literally brought them into being.
Willed them into reality, yeah.
Yes. So it'd be a very interesting scenario to see, could he will his mother back?
Well, we'll see. I mean, at least she was real.
Well, next week we have episode 7, and following it up for Halloween week, the last 2 episodes
Double play.
of Agatha all along. And we'll finally get to find out what the whole purpose of this entire show was, because we still don't know.
Yeah.
The purpose of this whole road has been a road.
But for now, that's all we got for you this time. Now it's your turn. Take to the comments below. Tell us what you thought of this episode of Agatha all along, and let's talk some Marvel. And so until next time, thanks for watching.